passcode pin containing all the names that had ever hurt me. I lugged it around everywhere I went, creating in my life unneeded resentment, yet somehow I was unaware of the effects it was having due to its presence. Oh, but don't worry. I still played the happy Christian part, acting like I was okay, trying to keep it together for all that looked my way, because I'm a PK. I pretended to be striving towards Christ-like perfection, yet no one knew of my hidden, ever-growing, deeply overbearing infection. Unable to escape it, no longer able to hide the truth of the heart-wrenching events that took place in my adolescent years and in the prime of my youth. Several inappropriate touches, whispered words of affection always watched me, following my direction. They didn't realize they had taken away my innocence before it was time, but no matter how much I begged them to stop, they simply ignored my cries. And instead of speak out, afraid I shut up and never uttered a word of their crimes. By the age of 21, at a rocky place in my life, I was almost raped not once, but twice. And instead of reporting, again, I ignored it. I kept telling myself it was just a horrible nightmare that would soon disappear, yet I couldn't deny the memory of the hands that gripped me as I cowered in fear. A shaky relationship, betrayed, cheated on, emotionally abused, told I was nothing, made me think I was nothing, which pushed me into the welcoming hands of alcohol, drugs, and clubbing. Before I knew it, I descended into the dark shadows of depression, creating suicidal thoughts and attempts. I wanted to be done with all the rejection. I thought as I held the knife to my wrist, no one needs me, no one wants me, so I don't need to exist. Endless tears scorched my eyes as a taunting voice asked, why are you even alive? Hurtful actions by a woman who was supposed to be my form of stability cursed me, abandoned me when I needed her the most. And with unforgettable words, she said, I wish you were never born. I wish you were dead. Pleading words screamed out, trying to erase all my doubts, but I didn't want to hear it. I simply ignored it. Putting all reasoning to the side, I dismissed what was right. I was too angry and ashamed that my thoughts became distorted, resulting in innocent's life being aborted. It was then when I hit rock bottom, I realized that I was broken, scarred, my wounds bled open. Pain was now my only emotion. Walking through life like I didn't want to be, I would be happy as long as I wasn't me. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to be confined to my trials. I didn't want to be defined by my mistakes. I didn't want my past continuing to hold me in its unforgiving embrace. I wanted to be free from the deep pit of pain that suffocated me. So I cried out for mercy to the only one that knew it all, from the good to the bad to my sinful fall. But all the while, I couldn't help but think, God, how can you love someone like me? I'm dirty, undeserving, I'm unworthy. As if he didn't already know I would ask, he doesn't hesitate to reply. Allow me, God said, to show you the reason why. 3 nails left me hung to a cross. Death stung me, but I knew it was for a good cause. See, every moment I thought of you, knowing that this will one day be your saving of grace. A sign to you that I already saved you from all your disgrace. Pain of your past decisions, failures, and faults. Pain of abandonment that's evident when your mother left, leaving hateful, unforgiving thoughts. Pain from the men who got what they wanted and pushed you to the curb while you sat and picked up the pieces, feeling lonely, left disturbed. hurt by the fingers that pointed your way every time you made a mistake. Mistakes that left you wondering if you would ever be the same. 3 simple nails left scars in my body so you could see I cared more than enough. I wanted you to know how much you are loved. But nails weren't enough, as I was pierced in my side, symbolizing all those who would pierce your life. A crown of thorns penetrating into my head, symbolic to all those memories that will remind you of things that were done and said. Whipped repeatedly, wounds bleeding, stripped me, exposed indecency. Symbolic of those who would beat you, leaving you exposed to insecurities. When I said, "It is finished," I made sure that you would comprehend that all you had ever passed through would have an end. Yes, it was these undeniable facts that proved to be nothing but reality that I needed God, not that God needed me. So I got down on my knees and I laid everything that was stored in my trunk at the feet of the King. And with a soothing touch, he started to repair, transform, and heal me. See, while many feel the need to see the dead rise and the demons cast out, people being healed to believe, I simply believe in him now because the greatest miracle he did was inside of me. To those who are listening, wondering, fighting to understand, asking the question, how, why, what, where, and when, nodding your head, nah, I don't think I can. Let me remind you the power of the potter's hand. See, it doesn't matter what circumstances, mishaps, misfortunes, or regretful chances, no matter what problems that you face, what accusations are stated in your case, whether abused, misused, grieving what you had or what you will lose, whether you were molested, rejected, left feeling confused, tired of being tired, living in a circular motion, feeling like you're on a never-ending roller coaster, be still and know he is God. He has a purpose for you even in your mess, can bring out hope in the midst of your distress. He sees beauty in you even when you see ugliness. He holds your world in his hands, your heart close to his. You aren't too broken that he can't fix. May you comfort today in this simple testimony, reassured that he can heal you just like he has done for me. May these 3 simple nails remind you of his journey to the cross, willingly giving himself so you could know how much you are loved. Amen. And with that, I leave you. God bless you.